folks, and welcome to the top 50 vintage board games of all time. Folks, I'm so happy to once again be joined by my special guest, Norm from the Board Game Museum and the Board Game Man, Jamie.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, thank you for coming back and wearing the exact same clothes. No, we did not. We just not wearing the same thing. All right, so I'll go first. Then we'll have Jamie go. Then Norm. How's that one?
There we go. Okay.
Switch it up a little bit there.
Counterclockwise.
Counterclockwise this time, doing things different. Okay. So my number 40 is going to be, and we're going to see some more crossovers here. I guarantee you.
Oh, yeah.
This one. But number 40 for me is the simple, easy game of Dynamite, baby.
Oh, man.
Rolling the die, moving your characters across. You're trying to get to all four towers. You're laying bridges, moving across the bridges, but watch out. Half of the die is an explosion. Push the plunger in the middle, and one of the four areas will blow up, including your guy, sending him back to the last tower. First one to make it around all four towers wins the game. Awesome. Awesome game. In fact, my last time we played, no joke, we made it all around the board. No one rolled an explosion. I've never seen it happen ever. It was the first time ever, because half of the die is literally explosions. And to be honest, my little nephews were so disappointed. So I said, okay, come on. We put up all the bridges, and we just kept pushing the plunger until they all blew up. I mean, when they blow up, the bridge just goes boom, and your finger goes off with it. It's so satisfying. In fact, my original board game group loved this game so much that they bought their own copy. I just saw him this past March. He still has it, and he says, when my friends come over, I still play it with them.
Oh, that's cool.
I love that, man. That's, oh, gosh. I've
Power
always
of the vintage game.
Yes. Yes. So good. Such a good game. Easy to play. So much fun. Boom. Blow stuff up.
It goes for around $55, $60 now. But, I mean, just the visual and just the experience makes it worth it to me.
Absolutely fantastic. All right, Norm, what is number 40?
Oh, okay. I'm going. Okay, let's see.
No, Jamie, you're right.
Oh, that's right. I forgot we're going the other direction. That's right.
Jamie, we're going with you, sir.
Number 40.
Okay, we have it.
From 1968. It is called Dark Shadow. This is an interesting game because it's not actually a board. It is actually paper. And luckily, the artwork on this thing is amazing. I will show you the artwork. This is the actual board. And I'm so happy that this came in such mint condition. But yeah, there's no tears, no discoloring, nothing. But the artwork on this is fantastic. It is such a simple game.
I'm amazed, man. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, this thing is over 50 years old. And in the condition it's in, I bought it from a lady. She goes, $20, here you go. I'm like, what? Really? Opened it up thinking it was going to be thrashed, and it's practically brand new in here. The cards are in great condition. I mean, here's the toe. I mean, they're not even chafed on the bottom because you put them in little things on the. Such a simple game. You're given four cards, and whatever the next space is, you just lay. If it's a bat or a chalice or anything like that, you just lay it down and you move the one space. Grab a card. You have one of the next. That's all you do in this game. But just trying to get that next space, that next card you need. It really kind of brings a lot of, and then there's a couple areas where you could try to do a shortcut, which you need. I think it was the Barnabas. I think it is. Yeah, you got the vampire cards. That'll help you try. There you go, the vampire cards here.
Look at that.
Wow. And then you got the Barnabas card. Cool. So you got the Barnabas. Those are like the special cards you can get. Sometimes you'll allow you to get a shortcut, so you don't have to go all the way around. If you have like 3 or 4 of these, you can actually go through a shortcut. But it's so simple. I mean, it's just if you have the next icon that you need to go to the next space, you just play that card.
That's awesome.
Simple, but such a lot of fun. I think because the visual of this game is fantastic.
Yeah,
and that's what makes this game. It's almost like a roll and write, but like a card. And I mean, it's really easy. I mean, instead of rolling dice, you got the cards in your hand, and you got that card for the next space. You use it. It's that simple, but it's so much fun.
So simple.
So, Dark Shadows.
Awesome. All right, Norm. What is number 40 for you, sir?
All right. Well, I haven't gotten this game out on the table much. I think it would be ranked higher if I did. But I know you're millions and millions of Star Wars fans that you have on your channel. All millions of them. Star Wars Epic Duels.
Epic Duels.
Epic Duels. Yeah, they have. I don't remember what it's called. I think Restoration Games redid this.
Yeah, they reprinted it as Unmatched.
Unmatched. That's right. Super popular from what I understand.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, this game has all these little Star Wars miniatures. It has these little battlefields. Each person's going to have their own deck of cards. You'll have a major character you'll pick and a minor character you'll pick. And it can be any combination, really. It's just basically the good guys versus the bad guys. And a lot of fun. I think each person has their own special types of weapons, like Han Solo has his blaster and things like that. Here's just a little bit more about the game. It's just been a long time since I played it. But I know I really enjoyed it, and this is one of those games I really wish that they could do some expansions, especially since they made more movies and more shows.
Well, everyone wants that. They don't have the rights to Star Wars. They want them for Unmatched, but they haven't yet. But everyone's hoping they get them.
Yeah,
because they want. It's fashioned after Unmatched is fashioned after Epic Duels, and yeah, I hear the same great things too. But yeah, I agree with you. I'd love to see.
I don't get Disney owns Star Wars. I'm like, what are they waiting on, man?
Yeah, they're waiting on the rights.
Your movie. Why do you do the board game?
Yeah, exactly. Right. My 39 is so simple, and it is one of my girls' favorite games. Maybe, just maybe, it makes their top 10 because I've seen them play this on their own. They love the game so much.
Really? Nice.
Getting up with it. Cracker Jack.
Oh, Cracker Jack.
It's a Cracker Jack box. You spin it, and you either take a card or reveal one of the Cracker Jack boxes to see what toy is in there. It's the game of memory.
Oh.
And so when you get the card, now you got to find the one with the boat. But didn't someone pick the one with the boat? There's 12 of them. And, the girls love memory games like that. And so they spin the wheel, either get a card or pick a box. Now, you're thinking, okay, kiddie games, right? Yeah. But as adults, what we would do is the shell game with it. You had to move them around and do the shell game with the boxes too, on top of getting the card. It's such a simple yet fun game. I bought this game. It was super cheap at the time. But my wife loves Cracker Jack, so I was just trying to get her something for her to play. She played it once, maybe thought it was fun, and then moved on. I played it with my nephews before, my little nieces, and now my little girls are playing it, and they think it's so much fun. The cardboard pieces are very sturdy. That is thick cardboard cards. I was really shocked by the quality of the game. But Crackers, and it's very thematic. Those toys, I don't even know. Maybe back in the 70s, those were the toys in the box. Maybe they're big, thin, little plastic ones. That's back then you got a lot of little plastic toys back then. Things were cheaper back then. So it could have been the same toys from the game from the Cracker Jacks. I don't know, but Cracker Jacks, the board game. 2 thumbs up. My number 39.
All right.
Beautiful.
All right. So this one's from 1992. All right. We were just talking about Play-Doh games.
Here we go.
Good old Grape Escape. Had to throw it in there.
Yeah.
All right. I beat you guys to that one. I know you guys are going to have that in your top probably 10 probably. But yeah, I definitely wanted to throw Grape Escape in there. It's a fun game where you're trying to get around, try to get around the board without getting squished and squashed and everything else. But of course, that's the best part of the game. But yeah, that's pretty much what it is in a nutshell, really. I mean, you're really just...
And they're unique ways. One gets cut.
Yes.
It's the same machine, just killing them in different areas. One gets over, one gets the boot smashed on it. And all this could be happening. You could have more than one grape getting destroyed at one time.
Right.
And that is the absolute, and the grapes look great. The Play-Doh grapes look great. Again, squishing bugs or squishing grapes are great. Are great ideas. And the horrible deaths that they experience are hilarious.
I know.
Yeah, exactly. somebody definitely, they hired somebody who definitely had like some mental issues when they made that.
Yeah, I know exactly.
But thank goodness for him, man.
What other way can we kill these grapes?
We're gonna smush this grape.
Yeah,
they had something against fruit. Yeah, that's
yeah. They're not frugans, they're vegans.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go.
All right, Norm. What is number 39?
All right, 3M bookshelf game coming to your all's way.
Ooh, nice.
I love it.
And you'll know this one, I'm sure. This game is called Bazaar.
Oh man.
Yeah. This game, Sid Saxon was he was a game producer, right? He made some fantastic games, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
and you may have to. It's been a long time since I played this game, but essentially, you may have to remind me of this, but you've basically got these little formulas here and these chips, and you're trying to convert these chips in order to get these cards here that are going to be worth points at the end. So you're doing a lot of converting. It can only have like 10 or so. So there's a lot of trading going back and forth, trying to get these different combinations. But then once one of these cards gets taken, then you have to go with what you have, and you might be able to get a card, or you might have to start all over. But this is just a simple game. What do they call it? It's kind of like a game where you start with something and you raise up to something more, and eventually you'll get.
Well, yeah, you're trading up, trying to get the cards, making different trades. What's the ones that have done into this? Splendor.
Yeah.
Game? No, there's another game that does even more. Doggone it, it's right there on the edge. Century Spice Road, where you're exchanging spices, trying to get better combinations. Bazaar was the one that started. It is still in print today. Even Griffin Games, you can get a very cheap copy, very lovely copy. My copy that I had actual jewels and everything, which I loved. The game is very unique. It's trading thing like Norm was saying, you're trading this for that, 2 for 1, using the card trades, trying to figure out what's the best. I can get a card now, save up and get a bigger point card later. Very thinky game, but very simple in the base strategy. Sid Sackson, another one of his classics. There's one that I have higher up on my list too. We're not done talking about Sid Sackson, that's for sure. But Bazaar is one of his better games, and that's definitely a good pick for number 39. I love that you picked that one.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, that's a great one.
All right, so my number 38, oddly enough, is very similar to Tornado Rex now that I think about it, but this one has something way more scarier, a snake. The game Rattler. When you're moving the mountain and you're twisting, as you roll, you're twisting the knob, and then all of a sudden you hear the spring go, and it sounds like a rattler. And now you have to make it, do I go back to the high ground, or do I take a risk and stay? Because if that snake comes out, it's 4 exits. If it comes out on your exit, you go all the way back to the beginning or the halfway point. And when that snake pops out, man, you jump. It goes boom. It just shoots out at you. And all the girls scream. My wife refuses to play it because she gets scared every time. It is so much fun, especially when you hear the rattle. Everyone goes, because you know it's coming. You have one anti-poison token that you can use in the game, but you're trying to get to the top to win it all. Boy, this is so much fun. So much fun. A lot of risk reward here. It beats Tornado Rex only because Tornado Rex, and I told Bernardo this, and he pish-poshes me on it, but I hate that when you pull the card, the helicopter card on Tornado Rex, that means everyone that's at the top leaves the game, and someone could win. For what? For me pulling one card? That's unfair. But in Rattler, you have to risk to get to the top on your own. There's no one who can help you win the game. So I love that a little bit better. I love Tornado Rex, but Rattler to me is just a better game for that same reason. And it's so scary when you hear that rattle. Now, the thing is, this is an incomplete game of mine. It's always been incomplete, but I'm just missing 2 anti-poison tokens. This is the hardest game to find on eBay. It is the hardest game to find anywhere. I am begging for just spare pieces. Can never find them. But it's okay because you don't really need the anti-venom tokens. You can just attribute. Everyone has one, right? I think I have green and yellow, but I don't have red and blue's anti-poison tokens. Either way, though, Rattler, it's from Pressman Games, which is still in print today, but they don't reprint Rattler. They should. Fantastic game. My number 30.
Racing games ought to pay attention, man. That's I would love that game. I'm sure I don't have it, but yeah,
it's impossible to find. It seems like.
Yeah,
and I hate.
Yeah, I was at an estate sale once, and they had a copy, and I ran to it, but the thing was so dirty, and it was missing half the stuff. I'm like, no, because I remember I watched your episode on it, man. I was like, and I saw it. I literally ran to it, and it was half missing. The stuff was all messed up. I'm like, oh man, come on.
Yeah, I need those anti-poison tokens, but yet so hard to find now. And the copy, I remember the last copy I ever saw on eBay was torn up. I mean, it just isn't nice copies, sadly. Yeah. All right, number 38, Jamie.
38. Well, this is actually a card game. Matt's favorite kind of games. I know. I know how much you love those card games. This is a 1982 game, and actually, it's funny because when I did the episode for this one, it's actually my #1 watched card game. Phase 10.
Phase 10.
For some reason, you could find it anywhere, everywhere, but it's a great, great game. All you're really trying to do is you have 10 different phases that you're trying to complete. You're the first one to complete those 10 phases. You pretty much win the game. That's all it really is. But once you complete one, you go on to the second phase. And then the other ones could be falling behind. And if you finish the second phase, you move on to the third phase. It's 10 different phases. That's why it's phase 10. You got 2 sets of 3 you got to complete. Then you move on to the next one. The next one's 1 set of 3 and 1 run of 4. So it's kind of like a Jim Run Me kind of game, sort of. But you're moving on to different phases. And then once you finish the 10th phase, you win the game. It's that simple. But there's a lot in this game. I love this card game. This is a great game. You can find it anywhere for dirt cheap. Yep. And it's amazing how many views I got in this thing. I mean, it's over 10,000 views in just this one game. For me, that's a lot. So
no, a lot of people love it. I mean, you're getting norm numbers.
Yeah, just for that one.
Every so often, I'll hit that note just so you know. But Phase 10 Masters, you should check that one out, Jamie. The difference is that you can pick which phase you want to go for. They have cards, and you'll basically lay a card down.
Is that the Twist one?
It's Twist is great too. I like that one.
I have Twist also.
Yeah, Masters is a card game, but it has all 10 phases in different colors, and you're gonna play.
I didn't know that.
You'll pick a phase that you want to go for, and you'll lay the card.
Okay.
And so that way, and the game plays faster, I think, in that way, because if you have 7 cards of one color, but you're having to go for sets, you may not get it. But with this game, it speeds it up. But check it out if you.
Yeah, Masters. I haven't even heard of that one. Okay, great. Yeah, thank you, Norm. I'll definitely look for that. Yeah.
All right, Norm, what's number 38?
All right, Matt. I know you know this one. Jamie, I'm pretty sure you know this one too. 70s game, 3D game, Chopper Strike, baby. Woo-ha!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Little war game here, guys. Got choppers over here on the second level. You got tanks here on the first level, and you're basically trying to eliminate your competition. It's kind of like a double-tiered checkers because the tanks and the choppers, I think, they move differently, I think, or they have different abilities. Like the choppers can you'll have to remind me, man. It's been a long time since I played this.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, the object of the game, of course, is to defeat your opponent either in the air or on the ground, because tanks can shoot up at the helicopters. Helicopters can bomb that's a great picture right there. Helicopters can bomb the Jeeps. Jeeps if they land on the same space as the Jeep, they eliminate it. Helicopters, if they land over a Jeep or the Jeep lands under the helicopter, will destroy one another. And helicopters have to jump over each other like in chess.
Right.
Checkers.
Yeah.
And so there's battle going on 2 fronts, and you really need to be conscious of both levels of play. Now, I say this every 2 years when this game gets brought up. This is ingenious. It's ingenious how
ahead of its time.
The creator of Chopper Strike thought that, hey, I need a clear plastic board. Why haven't they done this in modern day board games with superheroes being able to fly?
Oh, my God, yes.
In a space game, you have armies and space tanks on the bottom, but airships on the top, and it's a no-brainer. You should be incorporating this great technology here.
I agree.
About this years ago, Matt. I remember this, and I have yet to see that even now. You know,
and they need to create it because it's really smart. There's another game, and I don't know if y'all have it, so I'm not going to mention it. I had to get rid of it. All right. So if you have it, don't say anything. Buck Rogers in the 25th century. I had to get rid of it because no one would play it with me. It had too much of a trade value, and I loved how the planets moved. It had a very unique mechanism. I've never seen any board game, and they should put it where the planets moved around the sun. So in certain times, 2 planets would align and be faster to travel to.
Oh, how
Whereas
cool.
other times they'd be on the other edge of the sun. Because they had, like the Mercury planet that was every 2 turns would wrap around it. Then the other one that took every 3 turns, 4, 5, 6 turns to wrap around the sun. So all the planets weren't always aligned. And so you had to strike at someone at the perfect time when the planets would align or pass each other. And all the planets are right there on the board, but they're not always next to each other. It just depends on where they are in that middle board section. That was
awesome.
Mechanism I've never seen anywhere else. And I wish I could see that played. But anyway, Chopper
Yeah.
Strike, another one that belongs there.
Fantastic.
Folks, yeah, Jamie just made fun of me for not liking card games.
Oh
However,
no.
my pinky to you, sir, because my number 37 is a card game. It is the classic game. They did reprint this though as the Han Solo card game.
Oh
Sabacc.
yes. I got it too.
This came in the old West End Games Crisis at Cloud City role playing game. It was the peripheral edges. You tore it off and made your own Sabacc deck. Well, later on, the Han Solo movie came out and they made it the Han Solo game, the same game basically, but the cards look so good. Throw away the box. The box is absolute garbage. They don't come with baggies or anything, and everything just flops around the car. So I just threw away the box. The box is crappy too. It was falling apart on me.
Yeah.
So I bought the game. I bought the pack of cards. The cards look wonderful, and the game is totally easy. It's basically like playing 21 poker or whatever, blackjack. What's that called?
Yeah.
21. But you're trying to hit the number 23.
Blackjack. Yeah.
It can be blackjack. Thank you. It could be obviously I don't play cards that much, but it could, don't bet that much. But anyway, it could be negative 23 or positive 23 because there's positive and negative numbers in the game, and maybe you have positive 30 but negative 7. You've got 23. So there's lots of possibilities to get that number. And watch out, because you roll these die, and if ever the die matches, if you ever roll doubles, everyone throws in their cards and grabs another new set. So
that's right.
You're not winning. The Han Solo game covers it pretty well. Sabacc is fantastic. I'll be honest. I think this was higher. I haven't been talking about what it was last year on the list here, but looking at my list, no, it wasn't. It did move up higher, but I think this game is going to move up even higher next year. I'm going to something called Legends Con in Dallas, Texas next year. I plan on bringing my Sabacc deck because there's a lot of Star Wars nerds there, and they'll definitely play this game with me. And I can't wait to play this game with a bunch of other people who love to play this. I play this game with my buddy who loves Star Wars, and I'll play it every once in a while with people. They don't really understand it as much, but Sabacc is or the Han Solo card game, which is super cheap to get, is a super fun game. So there you go. I do happen to have a few card games, even though
you do.
I think this.
I remember about the Disneyland version of Sabacc. I remember when I lived out there in California, I had an annual pass for many years, and I bought the Disneyland version of it.
Yeah, it came in a nice case. That one came in.
It has a brown case. Yeah.
Yeah, the other one did.
Yep.
All right, so Jamie, what is number 37 for you?
All right, 37 from the year 1975. We're racing around the world, my friends. Magnificent Race.
Oh yes, we have this one.
Yes. This is a great game. Like Norm likes to say in this game, it screams 70s. Come on. I love the board. And all you're really doing, you're just racing around the world trying to, what I like is this little thing. Who doesn't like this little gadget? Come on. You do the race thing, spin it around. You do the little race, whoever gets, come on. Who doesn't love gadgets like that?
That is fantastic.
Have you ever seen this, Matt?
Say what?
You ever seen this game?
I've heard about it.
That marble thing where Jamie was saying, you basically are purchasing marbles to put in there to help you advance.
Right.
You spin this thing, and all the marbles are spinning in this bowl like this, and there's a little divot in the bottom, and whichever marble gets to that divot first wins that particular
wins the race.
So marbles are going to be swirling around, and you're looking at it, and it's like, come on.
Awesome.
And then the tokens are arrows, which is kind of cool too. Those are the actual tokens that are in the game are all arrows.
Nice.
And whatever way you land it, that's the direction you have to go on your next turn. What a great little game. And then you have the old school. This is how you do your points. You got like a Happy Days game. It's very similar to the Happy Games. You have your little. They use these little white pegs here. And that's where you keep score until you make it to the other end. Boom! As soon as you get to the end, you win the game. Yeah. So it's a great little game.
Yeah, easy game.
Screams vintage.
It looks beautiful. Looks beautiful. I love you. Once again, creativity.
Yes.
You don't see that anymore.
Yep.
Excellent pick. All right, Norm. Beat that with your number 37.
Well, I have a card game, and
I think you can.
I have a card game here, and we were actually talking earlier about like that show you were talking about that had clones, and I was thinking maybe the clone of you showed up with that card game because you don't like card games. But
Hey, I like that guy. I like Sabat. So
He does like Sabat.
All right. Well, this game, I don't have this game anymore, but I want to get it again. It's this is a game called Dragon Master. Let me get the okay, let me get the screen here. Okay.
If I see it, I'll remember it.
Who made this game? Okay. This is basically Indulgence. And there's a game.
yeah.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
But this is a trick-taking game, and I'll just show you some of the pictures here. You'll recognize these shaped crystals. These are from Fireball.
Oh, yeah.
Fireball Island, yes. I even have those extra crystals.
The artwork on the cards are awesome. The guy that did the artwork for Dark Tower did these cards, and it's the artwork is great. And it's been a long time since I played this game, but I've really enjoyed this game. But essentially, you're trying to win these crystals, and if you're the Dragon Master, which you can actually overtake somebody, you can actually get more of these things. But ultimately, you're just trying to get crystals by winning these tricks. Or it's just been such a long time since I played this game, but I remember really enjoying the game a lot. I love the artwork on this game. It's just incredible.
Artwork was fantastic on there. I love the artwork on that. That looks really nice.
And there's some house rules from Fireball Island that apply to those crystals there, because it's the same ones they use for Fireball Island. But Indulgence is the
re-implementation
version. And when that Jamie, his name is Jamie, I believe, from Restoration Games, came on my channel, we did an interview with him. He said that was the one that they were disappointed didn't go as big as they thought, because they thought they really created a great game. It just didn't sell as much.
Yeah.
But I mean, to be honest, Dragon Master sounds a lot better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
very true.
If you'd have called it Dragon Master, people would have got it if you'd have called it Dragon Master.
Well, we have recently we've been getting some trick-taking games that they have really they've added a lot of different things. Like if you win a trick, you can do this certain action. If you lose a trick, you can do this certain action, and then each of the cards can do something to the other cards. So this game probably is like one of the first ones that I can remember that started changing up just simple trick-taking games where you take the cards. But the components are great. The game was fantastic. Love the game.
Yeah. Folks, my number 36 is a game that's super cheap to get in the U.S., very expensive when you're in the U.K. Luke, my brother from down from the attic, I know you want this game. And you may have it now. I don't know, but it's Roller Coaster Tycoon. If Disney ever wants to make another $1 billion to make up for all their box office losses, all they have to do is make a Disney version of Roller Coaster Tycoon, because that's basically what it is.
Oh my! And you talked about this too.
Yeah, you're doing bids, blind bids for different amusement park rides or concessions stands. Then you're rolling the dice and moving characters toward those spaces. If they land on your spaces, you get tickets, which will be victory points at the end of the game. If you can't land them on your space, this has got the greatest catch-up mechanism. Let's say I have 26 points. Norm has 27. Well, screw Norm. I'm not going to bring anyone to his thing. Jamie, you only have 14. So I'm going to put the people on you, because at least I get one ticket for bringing them to you. So Jamie gets 7 tickets. He's at 21. I'm still beating him, but I got an extra ticket to tie with Norm. And that's where it goes, because then, maybe Norm gets some points, goes, oh, I don't want Matt to get these. We're tied. I'll give this one to Jamie. It's only 3 points to Jamie. Jamie, you haven't even gone yet, and you went from 14 to 25 now.
Right back in the game.
Running again. But Norm did it so he could get one ticket to start beating me. And there's bids, there's blind bids, and everything is basically a ripoff of everything that's at Disneyland or Disney World. And if Disney World honestly wanted to print money, keep the game the same, just make it all Disney rides, it's like printing money.
A slam dunk.
You can print money from the U.S. Mint, or you can make this game. And I think it's easier to make this game than to go steal the U.S. Mint bricks for that one. The prints for that.
Stunned that they have not done that yet, because
it's mind-boggling. This game is screaming Disney.
Yeah, I'm absolutely stunned, because Tycoon games have always been big.
Always big. The Roller Coaster Tycoon is always fun. My wife still plays. That's one of the very few games she still plays with me.
Yeah, yeah, you're right, Matt. You're absolutely right. They really could make a killing off that. They could. It's amazing. Yeah.
get their money back in an instant. All right, Jamie, what's
Yep.
number 36 for you?
All right, so we're going back to what year are we doing on this one? 1973. All right, by Parker Brothers. Billionaire.
Oh,
Good old Billionaire. Another one of those that have the cool little gadgets. You got the little analyzer you got to spin. Red or green, red or green. Gotta love the little gadgets. You know,
look at that. I love the gadgets.
Plus the little, okay, I bid $8. You put the 8 on there. You remember these old things, little wax thing.
Yeah,
used to sit there.
The little sketch.
The little etch-a-sketch things, whatever you want to call them.
Yes.
Gotta love that. And the dollars and the dollar signs of the tokens. I mean, come on, so old school. I love that. Love it. Yep. And all you're doing is trying to be the first one to get to $1 billion. That's all you're doing in this video. You're getting. You're trying to. What is it? I had the word right in my mind here. It was the. Oh, come on, Jamie. I have tipped my tongue. I forgot what I was doing. Oh, it was definitely.
They use that sketch and the sketch and rip off.
Yep.
That's so brilliant to take a children's toy and make it into the scorekeeper instead of the whiteboard or something like that. That is incredibly brilliant. I had no idea that.
Oh yeah,
I'd forgotten.
They didn't have whiteboards back then either. So
Wow, I'm blown away by that.
And it still works just as good as it did for day one.
Of course
Still
it does.
works just
That's
as good.
It's not a dried out marker.
No.
It's not a pen and pad. I hate the games that come with a pen and pad because they're not printing those games anymore. And they still do roll and roll today with the pads.
Right.
And I'm like, what happens when you run out of the pads? Because you guys aren't going to keep this game in print.
No.
Yeah. Go whiteboards, baby. Forget the pads.
And that's brilliant. That's brilliant that they use that.
Love that. Love it.
Another
it's just a simple game. You're just getting properties to get, add up to $1 billion, you win. But you have all those little gadgets in there, and it just makes it that much more fun.
Lovely.
So,
Lovely.
Billionaire.
Norm, 36.
All right. Okay, let me see. Let me grab it up here. Okay, yeah, this is like a little game where you're trying to find the treasure. It's a treasure hunting game. Great game. It is called Mystery Mansion. There we go. There we go. Let me find some pictures here. Okay, well, you've got the board. You're basically is this the right version? Yeah. Am I right on this? Where it has the little things, or is that a
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, you're basically building a mansion here, and then you've got these different little components. Like my version has an extracycle, a piano, things like that. And you're basically using this electronic device to try to find it, and it gives you clues and things like that. And that's basically what the game is. It's kind of like you're just trying to find this treasure. And it has a lot of these really cool components. I wish I could find a picture of them here somewhere. But the version I have
this is the regular version. Are you talking about the electronic version?
Oh, the electronic version. Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's why you're missing it. Yeah.
All right. Quick edit.
It's like a hot pink little computer looking thing.
Yeah.
All right. Take two.
Yeah, you're looking at the base version, which I hear is very good.
Yeah.
I have this one too. Yeah,
so
I think it's like a hot pink.
Great news. Here we go. This electronic.
That's it. There you go.
That's the one.
All right. We'll do an edit here. Okay. All right. Here it is. Okay. Okay. This is much better. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
That looks familiar.
Look at that. I love that. Got the bag. Look at all these components. You got sofas. You got.
That's so cool.
All that stuff. And the treasure's
3D.
under one of the things. The bookshelf, 3D pieces, and it looks great on the table. Big board. And again, you're using the electronic component to try to find clues, unlock doors, and things like that. And just a great little
beautiful
game. It's a beautiful looking game. And look at that. I mean, this came out in '95, I think. It kind of reminds me of what's that game? Mall Madness. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love that. That has the pool table. Look at that. Look at that piano. I love that. Just awesome.
It's awesome.
It's like a toy set. Yeah.
It is.
That's great. That is great.
Yeah, I love it. All right.
Love that.
Sorry, man, you're gonna have to do an edit there, but that's okay.
No, that's fine. That's fine. No, keep in there. That's good. I'm not sure you're talking about it. My number 35 is our second crossover here. Norm mentioned this the last time, and I have the 90s version of Masterpiece.
Oh yes.
Nice.
I bought Masterpiece because I couldn't find the 80s version. I did one time. I passed it up because I'm an idiot. I forgot that I want those metal clips, and
Yeah.
there's different paintings in the 80s and 90s version. But I got the one with the easel. I think the easel's so nice. I think the easel's so
Yeah.
nice and so much.
Nice little touch.
It's a nice little touch, but I wish I could meld those games together, because
I know.
the new version does not have the clips, and sometimes people forget which cards they placed on which paper. You know,
Right.
if they move the paintings around and the cards get shuffled off. So I like that they have little clips on them. But I do love the easel. It's there for looks only. Masterpiece is a phenomenal game. My sister-in-law teaches art, and she is begging me to come down sometime to teach the game to her students.
Oh, that's
I take a day off work and go to school and have them play Masterpiece, because on the back, Norm, remember, it gives you the name of the painting and a history about it.
Yeah, and which I
Real
love.
paintings.
I love
It's
that.
educational too, and it's absolutely a beautiful game to play.
That's another game they ought to like re-release and make some expansions for. You know,
That would be great.
They kind of have. If you will look at the game Modern Art, and especially, even though it's not in print right now, but every once in a while it comes back in print. Every once in a while, the Korean edition. It's a new version of it that comes with Korean art and classical art, and it looks beautiful. And it has metal coins, an actual hammer, wooden gavel, and gavel smacking pod or whatever. And the game looks amazing. But Modern Art is the new version, I believe, of Masterpiece. And the Korean version is the only one I'll get if I ever get it.
Yeah.
But it's like an updated version of Masterpiece. It's just all bidding. It's good stuff.
Sweet.
All right. Jamie, what's number 35?
Well, we got another crossover, my friends.
Hey, another one.
Chopper Strike.
Chopper Strike. There it is. Yep, that was my number 35. And yeah, not much I can say. You guys already said all that needs to be said about that one. It's just having that plastic thing on top and having the two tiers. That's amazing. You just don't see that.
It is.
So.
It is. Awesome game. Awesome game. Highly strategic. Good pick. Oh wait,
Yes, thank you.
35 is the number of crossovers. Norm, what you got?
Yeah.
Oh, am I up? Okay. All right. Well, this was a game I wanted to get for a little while, and it is it's another one of those games that's got one of those really awesome looking contraptions. It works great too. It's called Tower of the Wizard King. Here we go.
Oh yeah, I've heard of this one.
You remember this game? Okay, take a look at it here. This is the way it looks.
That looks so awesome.
Yeah, it's got the path that goes up here to the tower. Now, the cool thing about the tower, you've got these 8 characters here, and you can actually access all 8 of these characters. You're trying to basically collect pennants from these different towers over here. But what this thing does, if I can get it in here, I don't know if I can get a good picture of the tower, but what the tower does is you'll stick your character in the tower and you'll hit a little lever. And when you open the door, there's going to be a different character replacing the character that you just put in there. So you'll take that character out and then that'll be your character. I love that. It's like it's like a magic trick, you know. But the game looks great on the table, and it's been a very long time since I played this game. But you're just basically moving around, and there's going to be little tiles underneath these castles that you're going to pick up. And I think that they have abilities that you can use. But it's a great looking game, and I don't think it costs too much to get. But yeah, it
costs a little bit. It costs a little bit, not too pretty a penny, but a little bit. And to be honest, it is on my short list of games I want, because I when I saw your review, I was like, wow, that looks amazing. I think Bernardo even has the game, loves it as well. So yeah, that's a really good pick.
That's another one I think needs more than 2 players. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's one of those games like if you play with 2, you'll use 4 characters or something like that, which is okay. But you know, it's a cool looking game. It plays really well. It looks great. I love the contraption with the tower too.
Yeah, great. Thanks for breaking our streak of crossovers, Norm. I appreciate that.
I'm here for you, brother. That's what you.
But it's okay, because I'm bringing back the streak of crossovers. In number 34, one game that was just mentioned not too long ago by Norm. Electronic Dimension.
Oh, we got so close, man.
We're so close on this one. Yeah, I agree. I think the game is incredible. The little electronic device that kind of gives you clues on what you need and everything to try to find the $1 million. It's just, and it is the table presence My family does not really play game with me that much. But when I remember I brought this out to the table. I was playing with my nephews, and they all kind of gathered around and goes, "What game is this?" Just because it looks awesome. It just looks awesome on the table.
Yeah.
So yeah, Electronic Mystery Mansion, love it. It's a good one. Norm cheaped it. He shorted it by making it 36. So I'm gonna bump it up by 2 spots.
There you go.
I'm kidding. But yeah, number 34 for me.
If you hadn't cheated at Pac-Man in front of the entire world, that I would have had it.
Fair enough. Jamie, what's your number 34? Yay! There we go again, the original.
Speaking of which, there it is.
There it is, baby. Oh, yeah.
Number 34 Pac-Man. I mean, you got to have it on there. I mean, that's such a fun game. It's sometimes a little difficult to pick up those marbles. But I think you said there was a certain way you can pick them up so it wouldn't be so hard to pick them up, right? Didn't you have some kind of a way to?
I think you rolled over, I think.
Yeah, I remember you guys said something like it was easier because sometimes if you push down on it, sometimes it's kind of hard to get him in there. But I think you kind of like do a rolling motion. But yeah, this is a great game. I remember watching that episode with you too, and oh my god, I was dying laughing. But I'm
going to make a short of that, Matt. I'm going to make a video short of that. You cheating on that game.
Yeah, you should. That'd be awesome.
I got to get. I need some hits. If I have to take the hit,
I thought you saw me the whole time. That's the thing. I thought you saw me because I was obviously cheating because I was getting whooped. I got whooped.
On my non-coffee day, apparently, but that's okay.
Infamous Pac-Man.
Yeah, the classic one's great.
Great. They made a lot of those video, like they did Donkey Kong, they did Jungle Hunt or whatever. But I think that's probably one of the best out of all.
The better one, yeah.
It is. It's the better one, yeah. All right, Norm, what's number 34 for you?
Okay, well, this game surprised me. I found this at the thrift store years ago. Still have it. My son loves to play with this game. This is Daytona 500. I'll pull it up over here. Here it is.
I've heard great things about this one.
Man, this game really surprised me. You look at it, it looks like a kid's game, right? I mean, the board is a big board, but what you have is you'll have 6 cars, but and you're gonna. It's been a while since I played, but you're gonna end up picking some of these cars. But the way this game plays,
look how nice those cars look.
Oh yeah,
yeah, those look really nice. Yeah, those are cool.
Now you see this card over here. What this is like you're gonna play. You got a bunch of these cards, and whatever number you have, like 6, you're gonna move the yellow car 6. You're gonna move the red car 5. So
downforce.
And you also have like spaces like where you can block other players, or you can draft as well. And basically you're just trying to play these cards with these different combinations around the track. There's no dice in this game, so it's all cards. And man, I love the way this game plays. And you can do as many laps as you want. You don't have to do just one lap. You can do as many as you want, and then, at the end, you'll get money depending on where the car is placed. I think it's your car. So if your car places 6, you'll get this much fourth. So you have 3 cars or a certain amount of cars. But yeah, great game. You can play this game as long or as short as you want to.
Yeah, that's
sounds very similar to Downforce. Sounds very similar to that.
I was going to say that. I think they reprinted that as Downforce.
This game came out in 1990, I think. So
I played Downforce. Downforce.
Love Downforce.
Fun. My nephews love Downforce more than Formula D.
Formula D?
They love Downforce.
Yeah, that was a little more involved.
I didn't even realize that is Downforce.
That basically, this is what started it. Another reason why I love vintage games. You see some current games that use these older ideas. Love it. I think one of the games I'm going to be introducing later. I mean, they started an entire genre of games, and you'll see what I'm talking about later. But yeah,
sweet. Looking forward to it.
Hey, I love when you get clues like that. Okay, number 33.
Trying to get you hit.
Don't touch that dial.
Yeah, number 33. One of my original game group friends told me about, because when he heard I was getting vintage games, he went, I had a vintage game. I had when I was a kid. I found both of these games for $40. Brought it out to him, and he went, oh, can we play something else? He didn't want to play it. And I'll be honest, X-Men Under Siege and X-Men Alert are fantastic games. It's basically the same game. Under Siege is a little bit more strategic. It's more area control. Alert is just fight the bad guy, you know. But I've played Alert more this year than I've played Under Siege, because Alert is just, it's a better, Under Siege can go a little bit long. My wife doesn't like playing Under Siege because it takes too long, and it does take a little bit longer, because you're moving throughout the mansion fighting other mutants. But the figures look great. They are great looking molds of all these X-Men figures. And this is from the late 80s, early 90s. I believe Alert was in 89 and Under Siege was 92 or something. And they use some of the same figures, you know, the same dice. The game uses the same dice. It essentially plays the same way, except that Under Siege has a little bit of area control for victory points at the end instead of just fighting the villain. There's another one in this trilogy called Danger Room, and it's a cheap version. I wouldn't get that. But of these two, I don't know. I mean, if you want to go for just straight fun, Alert, if you want to go for more strategic, Under Siege, both games are really awesome. And I love playing these games. I love playing these X-Men games. I've not got tired of X-Men playing these games. So excellent games, Under Siege and Alert.
Love it.
Cool.
I haven't played that one.
Right.
They're really fun. All right, Jamie, what's number 33?
All right. It's not a crossover this time. Thank goodness. Okay. So this one is from 1979. It's called Electronic Detective.
I love all this
game
we got going on here.
Electronic Detective. It has this little gadget right here. It's your supercomputer right there. Woohoo! Check that out. Yeah, very, very cool. Yes.
I love that, man. Oh, gosh, that's so fun.
And it actually comes with 20 different people. You know, you got Lenny Little and some other El Farouk and some funny names here, Pepe Perez. And what you're trying to do is at the very beginning of the game tells you who gets murdered. And what you do is you have actually, what's kind of cool too is these little cards fit right in here. So you can actually, they just fit right in there, almost like a little file of facts. You put them all 20 people in there. And at the very beginning of the game, you turn it on, it tells you who gets murdered and where. So what it'll say, you have your little fact sheet that it comes with. And all you do at the very beginning, you're going to say the victim was, and you'll put their number, and then you put their name here. And the body was found, and there's like five or six different places you can see on here. I was at, and there's like 6 different spaces or 6 different places, either at the art show, the theater, the card party, what's at the docks, embassy, or the factory. And what you do is you start questioning all these different people. You just pick and choose whoever you want to choose, and then you ask them a certain question. And each one of these has a like for Lenny Little here, number 1 is, did the murder go to the east side? Did a male do it? Were you on east side, west side, that kind of thing? And you just kind of start putting the facts on your sheet one by one by one until you figure out who it's going to be. And then you would hit the I accuse button. And then if you get it right, it does a little music thing and all that stuff. Then you know that you got it right. But it's pretty darn cool. I mean, it's you have all sorts of little who said what. They got little, you know, you can write down what they said. It's pretty awesome. And it's really nice because this game's so old that if you want to hear like an example of how one goes, you got a little record here. It's like one of those little flimsy records that you can actually play, and it actually.
What? Oh, wait. Well, hold on. I was trying to blow you up. There you go.
There you go.
See that? Wow.
So it's like one of those little floppy records that you can play right in your record player, and it'll actually go through like a sample.
Oh, that's
like a sample thing, yeah. And I mean, this thing's in mint. I mean, it's not even scratched. I mean, it's in perfect condition here. But it was nice. It was
unbelievable how creative that is.
Isn't that great? It's awesome. And this is back in the 70s. And what's nice, they have a keying guide. So in case you're missing any of those cards, I mean, you can easily miss them. Like, thank goodness I wasn't missing. They have all of them in here. So they have every person in here. So in case you don't have the card, you have this as a backup, which I think is a great idea. Sometimes some of these games, you're losing something, it's gone. But at least they have actually there's 2 of them in here. So I got lucky with that. But yeah, it's a great, I mean, for, what was it, 79? Is that what I said? 70? What year was this? Let me check here. 1979. Come out with something like that. And it's over 130,000 murder mysteries. So that's just a few.
Holy cow.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Man.
So electronic device or detective. All right.
Man, goodness.
Nice. All right, Norm.
Well, we got a crossover, folks.
Uh-oh.
Crossover
Nice.
time.
There it
Ding, ding,
is.
ding, ding, ding.
What is it?
Bermuda.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it
Oh, yeah. We did this one earlier. Love it. This is a fantastic little game, man. I just, yeah, there's a reason why this is a crossover.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, I have it a lot lower than other people, but it is. If I could play it more, it'd be way higher on my list. I totally
It's the same
agree.
with me. I got a lot of games that would be higher if I played them more.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay. Well, I'll continue the crossover bonanza here. This is one that Norm talked about last time. I have the newer version, but it is the same Hotel Tycoon instead of hotels. But I like that there's limos. In mine, I have planes. The hotels look almost the same. There's a few differences there, but the game is Monopoly on steroids. It's so much fun to play. Absolutely love this game. Yes, it has unfortunately player elimination, but the game is pretty much when the game's over. You got like 2 or 3 more turns left in the game. It doesn't wear out its welcome, and it's just a phenomenally fun game to play. And it doesn't matter which hotel you get. If you can build it faster than the other person, you can work out enough. Because again, you have to play aggressively to win this, but playing aggressive could have you wipe out completely. We found a rule we were playing wrong, and of course that's always the case with me. But I forgot you sell your pieces back for only half the cost you paid for them. So that way you run out if you have to pay for someone else's hotel stay. So that makes you go bankrupt more and makes the game go a lot faster. And I just found that out the last time I played. I was like, man, this is a long game. And then I read the rules and I went, oh no, I just forgot that rule. And now that we're playing with that, games go by a lot faster. Excellent game. Whether you get the original or the new version, super good.
Sweet.
Jamie, we're back to you.
Right.
Just that quick.
Sir. Number 32. All right, 1971. It's the game of power politics, Landslide.
Hey!
It's that great game where you're trying to get your delegates. And of course, you got your little board here that has all the delegates on there. And you're just trying to get to that infamous number you need to get to. And your first one to get there, you get the game. You win the game. You go around, you have the little cards that have all the delegates on there, how many votes you get and all that stuff. But yeah, it's a great little game. It's a lot of fun. And I think both of you have had this game on your channels, I believe, right?
Norm has it. I do not. I got to see your review. You reviewed this not too long ago, and I think it's incredible. I love these election games. There's a lot of them out there. I have one that I'm playing a whole heck of a lot now. I usually don't. And there's another game I'm going to bring up later on that I play a lot more because it's an election year.
Yeah. It feels like this
Landslide, any election game like that, I always love seeing. So really,
have the game over this election, I have a feeling, because there's so much tragedy going on. It's almost like you're watching a game in progress. Crazy.
Oh yeah, man, for real, right?
Yeah, someone's gonna do it. You just watch.
You assassinated my character.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you made my character drop out 2 weeks before its national convention. Anyway. Yeah. What's your number 32?
Mine? Okay. Well, I might have got a little out of order here, but that's okay. Close enough.
Uh-oh.
All right. Okay, here we go. It is a game called Leverage. Here we go.
Okay.
Leverage. Okay. You have a board here. I'll take a pic. Get this picture here. You'll notice this is a board that is it's balanced on this thing, right? And you have these 3 different size pieces. And it plays kind of like Chinese checkers, if I'm not mistaken. But the pieces are weighted differently. And ultimately what you're trying to do is you're trying to either eliminate all of your opponents, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while. But you have these white pieces over here, and these are going to get eliminated every time the board touches your side. So it's kind of like you're balancing out these pieces by what you're playing. And so sometimes the board's going to teeter and almost hit, but then you're going to move your piece and the board's going to go the other way. So it's like a back and forth with this little balancing board. And it's a really smart idea for a game. It's cool. It's a cool little game.
Yeah.
Cool Leverage.
Awesome. Love it.
Great show too, if you've ever seen it.
Yeah, I love the strategic games. My number 31 has moved up on my list a lot lately. It moves up every year, it seems like. My brother told me it's one of his favorite game in my collection right now. And my girls, this is probably definitely in their top 10 games and possibly in their top 5, I believe.
Really? Wow.
Because it is Pizza Party.
Oh,
Pizza Party,
Ooh,
you're
Pizza
randomly
Party.
grabbing discs, put them on your slices of pizza. However, this is the fun part about it. You're going to grab a disc that makes you switch with another player. You went from worst to first or first to worst. And it is hilarious. It is total luck, but it is total fun. I have enjoyed it more, and that's because my girls, they call for this game a lot. Like I said, if it's not number 5, it may be number 6, in their top 10. But it's definitely up there. It's one of the games they always want to bring out, and they always have fun playing, and we always have to put the pieces together when we're all done because they want to see that whole completed pizza. But,
That's awesome.
but my little brother told me, out of all my games I have, he went, I love Pizza Party. I went, really? He said, that's always been my favorite.
yeah, it's a fun
And
little.
I get it. Yeah, it is a great little game. Great little game. Unfortunately,
It
it's very expensive for what you get
It
in
is.
it.
Yeah.
It's about. It was like $30-something when I.
Oh, that's a good price then. That's decent for a vintage one.
that was years ago though. It's probably.
Oh, okay. See, now it's going for like 50,
Yeah.
60. Like, no.
Yeah.
No, it's nothing. But I love the game, Pizza
I
Party.
just get pizza from Little Caesars and.
All right. Oh, Jamie, what's number 31?
I'm finishing the trifecta.
Good, buddy.
Oh!
We have our first trifecta, folks.
First trifecta right there, Bermuda Triangle. How can you not put that in your top
Right
50?
there.
I mean, you got to
Yeah,
put
you
that
know.
in there.
Yeah.
It's just a fantastic game. I mean, that
Yeah.
cloud is just amazing.
That
And like I
cloud-
said earlier, as soon as you hear that click, oh, your heart just sinks, knowing your boat is gone. You're gonna be only one space away from delivering that good. Think,
Always,
and you just
always
yeah.
happen.
And the thing moves around too, because it can block you, and then it might
Yeah.
be moving towards you, and then move away from you, and then you can finally move. I love it, man.
yeah, it doesn't just go left, right. I mean, it could turn as you're going. I mean, that's what makes that
never
game
know.
just so much fun.
You never
That's a
know.
simple idea too.
Yep. So the
All
first
right.
trifecta. All right.
Trifecta crossover. We knew it was going to happen. 31, Norm.
31. Okay. All right. It has been a long time since I played this game. I found this at a thrift store. I think it goes for about $100 now. This
Wow.
is probably the game that started Ticket to Ride, and it is called Rail Baron. You got it. There.
Oh, yeah.
This one? Yes. Yeah, well, you're basically, let me just read this. You're basically buying these railways, and you're trying to basically build like connections to different to different destinations and stuff. But this has a 3-piece board, and this is a picture of it. And it's I think it's a pretty big board, but you got all these
Wow.
all these little things that you're buying. But it's been such a long time since I played it, but it's a great game. I just wish I could tell you more about it. I just remember. I'll just read this here part. Large board. You make money from trips from city to city. You're trying to build an empire. Okay, I can remember that. You're trying to upgrade your trains, and so you're basically, that's what it's about. You're basically trying to build your own railway system and trying to prevent your opponent from doing that. And if he uses yours, he has to pay you money, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, so it's a fun. It's an old game, but man, it's a good one.
I remember when you found this.
Hill made this, I think.
I remember when you found this one when you were thrifting and you talked about it, and I couldn't wait to hear about it. And then you did the review on it. I was like, wow, it definitely surprised me what the game was like.
around here.
I didn't expect it to be anything like that.
Yeah. I think it preceded this older game called Boxcars, I think, but I can't remember. It's been so long. But I think Ticket to Ride kind of took its idea from this game.
I think so too. All right, folks. Well, there you go. Our top 40. We're not done yet. We're going to come back next week, and we're going to talk about our top 30 games of all time. We'll see you then.